Everyone, welcome back to our video series on the new digital SAT verbal section. Don't forget to follow us and comment below on additional content you'd like to see. So for today, we can see we have another writing related question, and looking at our options, this is going to be a punctuation question. So testing us, on sentence structure, a little bit of the content as well in terms of how it should be punctuated. So we're going to read our passage. In crafting her fantasy fiction, Nigerian-born British author Helen Oyeyemi has drawn inspiration from the classic 19th century fairy tales of the Brothers Grimm. Her 2014 novel, Boy Snow Bird, for instance, is a complex retelling of the story of Snow White, while her 2019 novel, Gingerbread, offers a delicious twist on the classic tale of Hansel and Gretel. All right, so we're focusing on this kind of second half of the passage here. And we can either go through and kind of eliminate our options here based on the punctuation to kind of prove which ones don't work, or we can also think about, what punctuation do we need here. Kind of depends, but we can go through and eliminate here. So we want to start with the more hard and fast rules ones. So in this case, that would be option A and D with the dash and the colon. So both of those options in this case are not going to work, because in order to use a dash or a colon like this, we're going to need a complete independent clause before we use either of those, the dash or the colon. We do not have that here. We're starting this kind of second part of the sentence while her 2019 novel blank. So in this case, it wouldn't really make sense to separate gingerbread from the rest of the sentence, the whole part from the first part, from the second last section here at the end. So it shouldn't be A or D for that reason. And then choosing between B and C, it can be pretty hard to choose between a comma and no punctuation at times. But in this case, the correct answer is actually going to be C. We really don't need any punctuation in this case. Sometimes these questions like to trip you up and make you think you need punctuation, but you really don't here. We would never want to separate a subject from a verb. So in this case, we have gingerbread, the title of the book, and then offers as the verb. So we never want to separate that with a comma. That should be, paired together unless the offers is part of a separate type of phrase. It's not part of the main clause. So that's why it shouldn't be B. We really don't need a comma. Also looking at the structure of the sentence too, we do have this comparison that they're setting up here, talking about her 2014 novel and its title, and her 2019 novel and its title. And there are no commas around the actual title in the first half of the sentence, which we would want to mimic because we are doing a comparison. It does trip you up a little bit because there are some commas in the title of the text, Boy Snow Bird. And then also as well, it has the for instance, which is enclosed between the two commas, but that's because it's providing like kind of additional transition word information there. That's what those commas are doing. So there's no actual commas kind of separating any information in this sentence here. Besides, I suppose, this comma over here after Snow White. But yeah, that comma is doing something a little bit different. So we really don't need any punctuation in this part of the sentence here around the title of the second work. So C is definitely going to be our correct choice. All right, follow us for more.